Speedway. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Week number 6, about to get set with a 7-point lead. Nail trying to keep it together. And a 3-time winner, back to back to back, for the driver of the number 19. Welcome everybody to the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway, short track racing at its best, the last great Coliseum, the half-mile oval. As we get set to bring you flag-to-flag coverage. QSR. We still got some things that are broken here on the stream for whatever reason. QSR simulations. And tonight's race, the Sanders Racing 150. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper. And here tonight, let's take a look at the points really quickly. There's the schedule on your screen. We go to Rockingham next week, a track that's been discontinued, and then it's Nashville Super Speedway just before the chase and the playoffs start. So let's take a look at those points. You can see how tight it is here between Quentin Stewart and Chris Nail. Carter Lynn's 15 back, but there it is, the 3-time winner, Jeremy Burns. He works his way into the top 10 after last week's win at Watkins Glen, now sitting 80 points out from the lead. Well, let's take you trackside now. They're starting to get ready to grid. Let's bring that up on your screen. Here's Jeremy Burns with Carter Lynn starting on the front row. Zach Rivali in third spot with Tyler Harrison in fourth. Fifth will belong to Chris Nail with Brian Ward in sixth. Darrell Flanagan in seventh, Austin Ward in eighth. Rounding out the top 10, you've got Quentin Stewart and Zach Deutscher in that number 2. 11th will belong to Joshua Thornton, Patrick Hernandez in 12th. 13th is Mark Anderson, Christian Ruck-Regal in 14th. 15th, Zach White, Ethan Wisnowski in 16th. 17th, Chase Copeland, Brooks Potts in 18th. And rounding out that we got 21 cars actually out here tonight. You've got Andrew Allen and Reed Sanders, and rounding out that field is Bill Carnahan. And the pace car getting ready to pull off here. Let's take you trackside now. And let's get ready for this start. Jeremy Burns up on the pole. The number 3 of Carter Lynn's on the outside. And the Dodge has been dominant here to start off. But here we go. Live at Bristol, the Sanders 150 underway. Here for the lead. For a brief moment there, And the 45 of Harrison, out of nowhere, comes up on the outside. He's going to take over the point for a brief moment there. The 19 holding it down on the bottom. Good run here for Harrison as they come off of turn 4. He's going to take over point. Carter Lenz was 3 wide there at one moment, if you could see on your screen. The 00 going to, oh wow, what a run there from Lenz. And the 00 is going to follow suit. Little check up there, and the 19's around, and we can't believe it. It is exactly what I thought. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, I don't have a comment for that. Let's just go back on the instant replay. And now let's ride on board with the number 48. Man, somebody went for a heck of a ride. That was the number 18. Daryl Flanagan just gets shot out of a cannon there coming out of 4. He has heavy left front damage on that machine. But now they're bringing it down pit road. Some of these guys getting the damage repaired, and I'm going to have to bring a driver up here. I absolutely have to bring a driver up here. Chris Nao, it's Bradley Cooper in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
So, without self-incriminating, I know you got a little damage here, but you did it.
So that was, even Jeremy said there was a lot of Tyler took the low line in front of him, and I think checked up a little. I just couldn't get. I was on the brakes, so I couldn't get out of there in time anyway. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Circumstances, and honestly, I'm just kind of playing on what we talked about pre-race that we joked about. I just had to bring you up here because it happened within 5 laps, and I thought for sure. I was like, I can't believe it really did.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want him to think. That's why I said something to him on the radio. I don't want him to think that either. It definitely wasn't intentional. It was just wasn't the greatest thing that could happen at the beginning of the race.
Well, good luck, man. Back green here. I'll put you back down.
Appreciate it.
Number 48 of Chris Nail. He's sitting back here in the 19th position. Back up front here for the 45. He's under fire from the 00 and the number 3. The 19 falls all the way back to about the 5th spot after that, and the 00 very loose there into 1. He gets sideways in front of the 44, Brian Ward, who's trying to get past on the inside. There he goes to the bottom, trying to work the bottom of the racetrack. Not going to work. He pushes up, loses the nose, and now the 16 of Austin Ward to the outside. On board here with the number 16. Everybody trying to find their place early in this race. Tires so important. They wear off quickly. The 45 starting to feel that. Harrison falls back to 4th after having the lead. And now Zach Rivali takes over point from the number 3 of Lenz. Lap traffic here in front of him. I believe that's the 48 of Chris Nail. No, that's the 33 of Ruck Regal. So 3 laps down here for Nail as he tries to get that damage repaired. And side by side for the second position. 44 on the outside, Lenz on the inside, across the line, the 44 takes it over. Now we have the 91 of Hernandez, who tags the wall a little bit there in 1 and 2, trying to get by. Harrison falling even more, Joshua Thornton on the outside, gonna pinch him down here on the exit of 4. Jeremy Burns falls back to 10th, he now has Deutscher on the inside. In the 2 car, the Rusty Wallace Special would typically perform Dodge dominant here in the early 2000s at Bristol. And mainly because of that number 2, Rusty Wallace knew how to get around this place. There's Quinn Stewart, your second place driver in the points, running in 12th currently. A lot of action behind him, though. Andrew Allen hits the outside wall really hard, exiting the corner. Lets the number 5 of Ethan Wisnowski go by, but he's going to gain back some power there on the exit. Somehow, he's going to get that spot back as they exit 4. He's clear. And now the field sort of single files out. We're going to ride on board here with Mark Anderson in the 5th spot. To show you the turbulence down to the bottom now for the 91 on the outside. They're going to be side by side. A pass not complete. So tough to get by on the bottom. The 29 peeks the nose in there. And if you look at the banking on this racetrack, it is incredible. Football stadium, a gymnasium with cars in it. Oh, and the 25's around. That's going to bring out our second yellow of the night on lap 21. Mark Anderson gets tagged on the inside and just enough to bring out a yellow. Let's go back on your V-Speed Instant Replay and find out exactly how this went down. I think the 29 helps him here a little bit. Slight little touch. I think the 25 checked up a little extra because he thought it was going to hit that outside wall. And then the 29, Joshua Thornton, has nowhere to go. Let's get it back on the gearbox camera here. This is looking back off the 25 of Anderson. And yeah, just a slight little touch there. And that's going to do it for caution number 2. Zach Rivalli on the point here. Been a good one so far. We're going to take a quick commercial break live from Bristol Motor Speedway here on V-Speed QSR Simulations in the Sanders Racing 150. Back right after this. There isn't a one-size-fits-all for almost anything in life, so don't settle for a one-size-fits-all setup. Eliminate the frustration in building with an AI-powered personalized toolkit to boost you forward to victory. Optimize your setup and improve your performance over those cookie-cutter builds used by the rest of the pack. Vantage is iRacing.com's first AI setup builder. Save your time and give back to your personal life. Vantage takes any setup for any track and adjusts it specifically to your needs. Choose from over 100 cars for any paved circuit. A custom-tailored experience that's easy to understand and tested to fit any driver's style. Subscriptions as low as $8.50 per month. And for a limited time, new members get a 7-day free trial with unlimited access to all Vantage has to offer. Let Orange Speed Vantage free you of the endless loop of testing and get you back on track to victory lane. Visit orangespeedvantage.ai to get started.
And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
No, gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Slack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here live from Bristol Motor Speedway, the Sanders Racing 150 about to go back green, and here we go, static on the start-finish line. Zach Rivalli going to lead him into turn 1. Green flag is back out, and here we go into turn 1. Raleigh gets a great restart there, pulls out almost half a second over the 44 of Bryant Ward. Ward's under fire from Hernandez. So right on board here with the 91. And there he is right there in the full VR setup. Trying to make ground on second position. We've had 2 cautions here tonight, and we have our 3rd now. Let's see if we can figure this out. There's the 29 going to the outside wall. The 2 also involved, but the 29 gets sent around here. Oh, and the 8 car. The 33's involved. 33's done for the day. Let's go on board with Christian Ruck-Regal. Nowhere to go for the 33. Now on board with the number 8. Andrew Allen gonna get some heavy damage. The 33 gets the worst of it, but heavy right front damage here for the 8. You can see the sparks flying off of that machine. Right front, completely ripped off of it. That brings out caution number 3 of the night. Fast repair here for the number 8. A few different drivers had to use that fast repair early in this race. 31 laps into the 150. Sanders Racing 150. Let's find another driver we can pull up here into the broadcast booth. Let's talk to the number 91, since we had him on screen there for a moment. Patrick Hernandez, it's Bradley Cooper in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Loud and clear.
So you're sitting here in 3rd place, and I know I talked to you during the pre-race a little bit there, but you said that this car is not your track, not your car at this track, but you're sitting in 3rd in the top 3, looking pretty good.
Yeah, man. So far the car's been good to me. So far, I don't know if it's gonna keep the same, same attitude as the run progresses. So I'm trying to match the guys in front of me speed so I don't burn my stuff too early. So I'm hoping I can finish the race with at least with a top 5. I don't think I have something to win this race, but if I manage to get a top 5 here with the car clean, man, I'd be more than happy.
Well, we're doubled back up, getting ready to go back green. You got 2 of them in front of you. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
That's the number 91 of Patrick Hernandez. Rivali going to lead him into turn 1, and we get ready to go back green. He's had an excellent start both times here. Let's see if he can do it again. Green flag back up the end of turn 1. He's going to maintain that lead. He pulls out 2/10 with the 44, Brian Ward, trying to chase him down. Patrick Hernandez loses a spot on that restart. Carter Lenz gets ahead of him. Back here to Quentin Stewart, starting to make up to get around this place. We saw it a lot in 2018, and then iRacing took it away from us, and it's good to have it back because these guys are going to be hiding their talent for a few laps until they figure out this track, and then they might figure out a line. They're going to have to change it as the run progresses. They're going to have to search for grip, and it's a lot more immersion into the iRacing simulator than what we've had previously And here we are on board with the 16, trying to get by the 45 of Tyler Harrison, who's up into the top 5. Checking in with a driver that's made a lot of headway here in the points, the 19 of Jeremy Burns, who gets passed on the outside. Has a little bit of left front damage, but hasn't burned that fast repair yet. He's trying to work his way back up into the top 5, where he was up there with the 48 of Chris Nail, who's still 4 laps down. Chris Nail trying to maintain that points lead. Got into the back of him. He's just praying for more caution so he can get back up there. Copeland under fire. He goes back. Here he is on the bottom of the 25 of Mark Anderson. He lost a ton of positions here. Let's go back on the instant replay and see if we can find exactly what happened to him. There was a couple cars here in this group, and maybe Brooks Potts started this all off, but there was a lot of shuffling for position. There's a 19 on the bottom. And Quentin Stewart now under fire to go out of the top 10. He's going to stay in 10th for now. Change for second position. And maybe a change for third. Hernandez on the outside of the 44 as they exit turn 4. Zach Rivali looking back, though. He's in another time zone right now. Half a second ahead of Linz. And these guys trying to sort it out from second place back to 7th. And a wreck here. The 44's around, and he gets hit. And the 2 gets it again. Deutscher with more damage. That's going to bring out caution number 4. Let's go back on your iRacing instant replay. I got to the angle just as it was happening. It's already happening in front of him here. The 45's involved in it. Let's see if we can back it up a little bit more and find what happens to the 44 car. Oh, the 16 gets into the back of him, and that sends him up into the 45, and these guys are just almost at a complete stop when the 2 car comes in. They don't even see it. The banking here, it's so hard to see out of the windshields of these cars. The banking's so steep. But let's go on board, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can't see this. You can't see it until you're right up on it. Right on board here with the number 18 as well. He's been involved in 2 crashes here tonight. Just nowhere to go. So Rivali's going to lead some more laps. He's got 38 of them in the books out of 50. Most laps led so far here for the 00. The number 3 of Lynch trying to take it away from him. And Patrick Hernandez having a surprising run for himself. He's sitting in the 3rd spot. Austin Ward, Jeremy Burns up into the top 5 now. You're watching... Well, I'll show it to you right here on your screen. You're watching V-Speed live at Bristol Motor Speedway. Sanders Racing 150. We're taking another quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after this.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
here live at Bristol Motor Speedway, and a battle for the lead. As we came back, Rivali did not get the restart that he wanted. Spun the tires a little bit on that restart, and the 3-car of Lynn's on the outside here on lap 54. Hernandez patiently waiting just behind him. And that battle for the lead, Lentz takes it over, but we got another caution out here on the racetrack, and Bryant Ward is around. He's down to pit road. Looks like Deutscher is involved in this again. And the 2-car not having a good night. The 17th place driver right now just not having the night that he expected. Let's go back on the instant replay and find out what happened here. Looks like the 77 tags the wall there. It sets up maybe a 3 wide. And yep, right there. 44's around into the 2. Let's back it up one more time. On board here with the number 2 at Deutscher. And he gets into the 44, who shoots the bottom just out of nowhere. He has no idea he's even down there. Let's go on board with the 44 now. That 77 tag in the wall kind of sets this up here. And if you're looking for real estate, you got to take it. But I don't know. That 3 wide at Bristol, that's tough. That's tough to do. Absolutely. I mean, patience-wise, I think we saved that for lap 125. See if we can tick some of these away. We're 60 laps into 150 laps. That's only 75 miles, I know, but it's still one of those races that the patience level starts to wear thinner and thinner with every lap that goes by. And you're seeing it here. Some of these guys see the opportunity, they dive it down to the bottom, they see a position, and the 44, who's been used to running up in the top 3 all night, he saw the position, he wanted it, he took it. So Austin Ward's going to take over the point here after some yellow flag pit stops. Some drivers that were up there in the top 10 come down pit road. You got drivers like Carter Lenz, Patrick Hernandez, Zach Rivali, Chase Copeland, Zach White coming down pit road, Bill Carnahan, Joshua Thornton. Chris Neal gets 2 of his laps back, so the 48 car on the right track here. A little bit of left front damage though. So he's got plenty of time. Lights go out on the pace car. We're getting double back up, and look who's hunting now. Dog will hunt the 19, Jeremy Burns, up into the top 2. He's going to restart on the outside of Austin Ward into turn 1. The iRacing Mustang pace car going to pull out. And here we go into turn 1. Green flag up in the air. We're back live at Bristol for the 7th time tonight. Jeremy Burns not able to hold on, and Ward is going to take over the point. Burns been a little bit off since that contact with the 48 car of Chris Neal, and he's recovered nicely, but a lot of action back here. Quentin Stewart in 4th spot now. He's got a bumper full of 25 cars. He goes to the inside here on the exit of 2. Mark Anderson going to try to make the position, and now Tyler Harrison on the outside. Let's ride on board here with the number 83 and show you the turbulences. There's a pass on the inside of Brooks Potts for the top 3. The 25 now finds his way up to 3rd. 8-car drives to the bottom. He's trying to get by Harrison. Harrison losing a couple spots. Andrew Allen didn't get the run he wanted off the corner, and now Brooks Potts under fire from Quentin Stewart. I was trying to get some on board with these guys, but there's so much going on and it happens so fast, it's tough. It's tough to do. Let's see if we can get it now. Oh, and sideways, just as we were about to do it, and now a multi-car wreck on lap 70. Quentin Stewart involved. Looked like Rivali got a piece of it. Tyler Harrison involved. Carter Lenz, heavy damage on the front of the 3. Just about to go on board, and the 83 tags. Oh, let's go back on the instant replay before we call anything out here. I think that was Brooks Potts that he got. I don't know if Potts bounced the wall here. Nope, he didn't bounce the wall. The 45 got into him. He's putting the pressure on him into the entrance of 3 and 4. And on the exit, he really put it on him. So you got the 3, the 83, the 8, the 00, the 91, the 5. Let's go on board with him. The 5 car tried to shoot the wall there and ran out of real estate. That's how fast it happens at Bristol. Especially down the straightaways, similar to Dover, where it just closes up so quickly. You're basically shoving 20 plus cars into a tunnel down these straightaways with the walls as close as they are. Mark Anderson going to take over the point. He's got 24 laps on these tires. Bill Carnahan, Zach White, the top 3. We're 73 laps into our 150 lap race here at Bristol. You're watching V-Speed live on YouTube, QSR Simulations. Sanders Racing 150 has been action-packed. I hope you guys are enjoying it here tonight. If you are enjoying it, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss a single race. We're almost to chase time. We'll have Rockingham next week. The chase for the Cup about to get started. We're on week 6. So Mark Anderson going to lead him into turn 1. Lights are going to go out on the pace car this time by. And we get set to double back up. For the restart, let's go on board with the number 83. Quentin Stewart sitting in the 10th spot. We'll get a good shot here of Mark Anderson taking the green flag, and then we're going to ride on board with 900 horsepower in the number 83 Red Bull machine. Green flag is out, and the 25 back out on the loud pedal into one. Mark Anderson stretching out the lead here to about 0.6 of a second. The 25 car on older tires. But here comes Patrick Hernandez to the inside of Austin Ward. And a yellow flag is out. Chris Nail down on pit road again. I'm going to assume that it had something to do with the 48. Three wide here in front of him. 77 car checks up. And Zach White, who's had a tough time here tonight, I believe would probably be considered the cause of that caution. Let's run on board here and see what the deal is with the 77. Let's back it up a little bit more. I'm not really sure what he checks up a lot more than he needs to there in the entrance of 3, and watch it from the tower camera. He checked up really hard here. I'm not sure if he felt loose. I know he goes to the bottom. He knows he's 3 wide, but he tags the 3 car, so that probably doesn't help upset the car a little bit. But ultimately, that brings out another caution here tonight. Race recap, 7 cautions, 10 lead changes, and Mark Anderson in the number 25 is going to lead some more laps under yellow. You're watching the Sanders Racing 150. We're going to take another quick commercial break here live on V-Speed. The QSR Simulations Chase for the Cup. Back live right after this. There isn't a one-size-fits-all for almost anything in life, so don't settle for a one-size-fits-all setup. Eliminate the frustration in building with an AI-powered personalized toolkit to boost you forward to victory. Optimize your setup and improve your performance over those cookie-cutter builds used by the rest of the pack. Vantage is iRacing.com's first AI setup builder. Save your time and give back to your personal life. Vantage takes any setup for any track and adjusts it specifically to your needs. Choose from over 100 cars for any paved circuit. A custom-tailored experience that's easy to understand and tested to fit any driver style. Subscriptions as low as $8.50 per month. And for a limited time, new members get a 7-day free trial with unlimited access to all Vantage has to offer. Let Orange Speed Vantage free you of the endless loop of testing and get you back on track to victory lane. Visit orangespeedvantage.ai to get started. Back here live at Bristol Motor Speedway, doubling back up. Pace car about to pull off. And the 25 of Mark Anderson is going to lead him into turn 1. Sanders Racing 150 live here on V-Speed. And here we go, back live for the 8th time tonight. Hernandez on board with him right now, trying to get by the 25 of Mark Anderson. Has a little bit fresher tires, and I'm surprised he hasn't been able to get to the inside just yet. Biding his time, though. Ethan Wisnowski on the bottom here. There's the 16 going to the outside of Austin Ward. Jeremy Burns back up into the top 5 for the 3rd time tonight, but he's right behind this battle. And the 16 makes a little mistake there off of 2. That's going to allow the 19 and the 45 to catch up. Harrison now driving up on the rear bumper of the 16. Riding on board here with the 45. He's trying to follow the number 19 of Jeremy Burns past this 16 car, but the top 3 starting to accordion back together in this battle for 4th right in front of them. They haven't lost ground just yet, but the 91 takes over the lead. So Patrick Hernandez on the point now, and we have just about 50 laps to go. The battle for 3rd starts back up. This field getting very spread out. 77 of Zach White coming down pit road now, as you can see. Look at the 91 go with the fresher tires. He's gained 11 positions here tonight. Second biggest gainer of the race, actually tied with what was the 25, now is the biggest gainer. 25 had threat to go back to 3rd now with the 16 down to the bottom. That's Austin Ward still trying to work past. And the 19 of Burns, who has 3 wins in a row, trying to get back up there to the front. 25 into the wall, bounces off there in the exit of 2. And the 19, 3 wide here with the 45, backs out of it. 45 tags the apron. The 5 now, Wisnowski. He backs out of it as well. They resettle and they try to get this run going back. But the more they do this, the more Patrick Hernandez gets to pull away. Some more 2 wide there for 3rd. Jeremy Burns now trying to work his way into the top 3. He will do that. The 45 down to the bottom. He will clear as well. Harrison just barely has the nose over Harrison. But backs out on the exit of 4. And now a battle for 2nd. Austin Ward. He's trying to hold up the 19 on the outside as long as he can. Let's see what these tires can do. The 19 a little bit fresher. Not by much, just 1 lap. So now the teammates about to fight for the lead. Burns coming off the confident victories, 3 in a row. Hernandez trying to hold point for some of the first laps led this season. 16 going back to the inside for a moment there. The top 4 has pulled away. Ethan Wisnowski Solid top 5 run for him tonight. And then a battle back here with Quentin Stewart, the 25 of Mark Anderson, the 12 of Potts. Gets a little loose there. And Sanders down to the bottom. Look at all the turbulence down the straightaways. So many times we've seen these guys just clip the wall, make a slight little mistake on the exit of the corners. And now you've got Ward back to 4th position, side by side with Potts and Anderson. This is for the 7th position. The 00 gonna get tagged, and the 00's around. Big wreck here on lap 106. And that's going to be race ending for the number 8. He already had damage here tonight. The 00 Vervalli. Can't get it refired, and he's going to park it. More time on board with the number 8. And so Rivali out for the night. 00 parks it down on pit road. The number 8, heavy damage on the front end of that machine. Patrick Hernandez. He's on the point here to possibly win this race. He's going to stay out with Ethan Wisnowski. Let's see if we can bring the 5 car up here into the booth. And we don't have the 5 car, so Wisnowski not in the Discord. We're gonna see if we can talk to the 19 of Jeremy Burns. He's been watching the turbulence here. Jeremy Burns, it's Bradley Cooper up in the D-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Now, Jeremy, we've watched the turbulence of your night repeatedly here. Back and forth out of the top 5 several times. Now you're sitting up here again in 3rd and some older tires in front of you. What's in store for us for the remainder of this 40-lap race?
Possibly a lot of carnage. But honestly, I mean, the way that we've ran tonight is very good. I mean, we've had to dodge a couple wrecks, but the strategy's been on point, and, you know, we're just trying to get, you know, the team in victory lane. We got Patrick up here leading, so either him or I, you know, whatever. One of us should win this thing, but hopefully we can get up there and battle with them. But if not, I just got to shout out the number 19 Mopar Dodge Charger.
Well, tonight it's been good to watch. I appreciate your time, and Jeremy, we'll get you back down there for the double up on this restart. Good luck, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So it's the number 19 of Jeremy Burns. Patrick Hernandez is going to lead him into turn 1. Lights are out on the pace car. And here we go. Back green for about 40 laps remaining. Ethan Wisnowski on the outside. And the number 5. Tyler Harrison, Jeremy Burns, Quentin Stewart, the top 5. Base car pulls off, and here we go. Let's see if we can finish this thing out under green. It's back out in the air, and Hernandez into 1. And already a battle here for the lead. The 19 dives it to the inside. On the outside is the 91 of Hernandez. Wisnowski holding up a little bit here. Harrison tried to get by him, but a check up on the outside. The 91 closed the door, and now 3 wide with the 16, the 5 across the nose. He's going to bounce the inside wall. No caution, but the 25's around. And a big check up there. I think minimal damage for any of these guys, but the 5 car did get the inside wall. Let's go back on the instant replay. He goes across the nose over 3 wide again. Right here on the exit of 4. He bounces the inside wall, and the 25, I don't know what happened to him. He got sent around as well. Let's get back a little bit further and see what happened to the 25 of Anderson. He works past the 33. And he just gets loose off of 4. And a heck of a job not to hit that inside wall, and oh, the 77 and 92 go around. Trying to avoid that. The 92, Phil Carnahan, gets ran into the back of by Zach White. And that brings out what I believe, let me look at a recap, 9 cautions here tonight, 11 lead changes. Hernandez is going to hold on for a little bit longer, but I think that 19 car has something for him. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Sanders Racing 150 live here from Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to take another quick commercial break and bring you uninterrupted coverage live on V-Speed right after this. There isn't a one-size-fits-all for almost anything in life, so don't settle for a one-size-fits-all setup. Eliminate the frustration in building with an AI-powered personalized toolkit to boost you forward to victory. Optimize your setup and improve your performance over those cookie-cutter builds used by the rest of the pack. Vantage is iRacing.com's first AI setup builder. Save your time and give back to your personal life. Vantage takes any setup for any track and adjusts it specifically to your needs. Choose from over 100 cars for any paved circuit. A custom-tailored experience that's easy to understand and tested to fit any driver style. Subscriptions as low as $8.50 per month. And for a limited time, new members get a 7-day free trial with unlimited access to all Vantage has to offer. Let orangespeedvantage free you of the endless loop of testing and get you back on track to victory lane. Visit orangespeedvantage.ai to get started.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Back here live from Bristol Motor Speedway, back underway on lap 120. 30 laps to go, and Patrick Hernandez led him into turn 1. And now Harrison on the inside of the 19 for second. On board here with the 45, trying to get by the 19 of Jeremy Burns on the inside. Teammate in front of him for the 19. He's got a fight ahead of him. 91 can kind of pick and choose and keep his teammate up there. Kind of pinches down on the 45. Not a good exit there for Burns, and now the 16 gets to the inside. 16 with a heck of a run. And he looked really good there off of 4. He gets to the inside of Harrison. Nobody's been able to get to the inside of the 91 yet. Hernandez holding off. 25 laps to go when they come across the line. Actually 26, and the 16 almost gets into the side of Harrison. And now here comes Quentin Stewart to join the mix. Anderson as well. Side by side from 4th place back, and Rivali back to 8th. Rivali's actually 4 laps down in 11th position. They're still trying to figure it out. 25 laps to go. Nobody has taken away the lead since lap 100. Dive to the bottom here for the 19 of Burns. On the inside of Harrison as they come out of 4. Still side by side. A pinch down there from the 45. Now the battle for the lead. Hernandez starting to show the wear on those tires. 20 laps older, way up into the outside wall. And now Jeremy Burns pulling away. Can he go 4 in a row? Three wide and the 45's around. Harrison into the inside wall. No caution, off the surface. Hernandez now under 5 from the 25, into 2nd spot, tag the door. If you thought the carnage was bad in the first half of this race, we're past that. These guys are short track racing in the 33 with a heavy checkup and a big wreck. Christian Ruckriegel up on the surface going 100 miles an hour slower than most of these cars. I have nothing to say about that. The leader's coming around. Ruckriegel on the bottom groove, but he's got to know these guys are coming. They're way faster in the entrance of that turn. And this resets the field. I think Hernandez is going to bring it down pit road, but I don't know what to think. I figured everybody would come down pit road, but Quentin Stewart's going to stay out. Carter Lenz, the 45 of Harrison down pit road, the 91 of Hernandez that lost the lead there. About 10 to go when they go back green. It's going to be a shooter. I don't know that these guys will have enough time if tires will make a difference. Jeremy Burns and Quentin Stewart probably going to be battling for a brief second or two. I think Burns has got the stuff to go 4 in a row. We'll have to wait and see. For everybody out there in chat, Debbie Smith. I believe that's Koev Burns. CU19. A lot of Burns fans out here. We talked to him a little bit there during one of the cautions that we've had tonight. A race recap up on your screen. 10 cautions, 12 lead changes. But it's all going to come down to these final 10 laps. Can we finish this race out green? Do we have to use our green-white checker? And can the 19 hold off some of these fresh tires? The guys that came down pit road, you've got Hernandez, Carter Lenz, Harrison. And Ruckriegel does come down pit road, but I think Ruckriegel's day is pretty much over, 8 laps down. Last car on the lead lap is Tyler Harrison, the 25 of Mark Anderson. Is also retired from this race. So we have 15 cars left out of our 21 car field, and Jeremy Burns is going to lead them into turn 1 on this restart. Doubling back up. Pace car has the lights off. And that Mustang going to get out of the way. We get set to go racing. Maybe for the final time, we'll have to wait and see. 11 times on the restart. And this field from attrition slowly dwindling down. On the outside for Stewart, the Red Bull 83, a little bit of damage on the front end, a little bit of damage on the 19. The 16, genuine draft car, up on the rear bumper, and green flag is out. We're back underway. And the 5's around. That's going to bring out another yellow. And the real estate here is running out. These guys are running out of time. It's going to be a natural green-white checker, I believe, on this next one. What happened to the 5 car? This is all the way back to the restart. He spins the tires a little bit. Hernandez with fresh tires on the back of that rear bumper. Gets to the outside, hits the 92. He just tries to send it 3 wide, and I don't know if the 91 made it through that or not. He did not. He gets sent around as well. So the fresh tires trying to get through this traffic and not letting the patience level that you have to have here at Bristol is so high. Sometimes it gets the best of you. Let's back it up a little bit more and take you on the tower camera. You can see the 5 car spin the tires here on the restart. 91 gets in the back of them. They're going to go 3 wide, and the 5 and the 92 are going to get shuffled here. 91's going to go around. Oh, man, Rivali barely sneaks through that. And they come to a complete stop here on the entrance of 3. That brings out caution number 11. 141 laps into this race out of 150, and I know I said it was going to be uninterrupted, but we do need to take another quick commercial break. I do have something I need to sort out here, and I'll be back live for the Sanders Racing 150, live from Bristol Motor Speedway. You're watching V-Speed live on YouTube. We'll be back right after this.
Comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The road gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Swack.
Swack.
A push from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Jeremy Burns about to lead him into turn 1. We're going to have about 6 laps to go. You're watching the Sanders Racing 150. Pace car pulls off. And here we go, back live from Bristol Motor Speedway. Trying to tick these laps away. Quentin Stewart doesn't put a battle on. Number 19. Starting to pull away. Here comes Carter Lentz to the inside for the 5th spot. Harrison on the outside. On the inside of Brooks Potts. The 3 gets loose. Now the 45 dives it to the inside. Trying to run it back for 4th. He has pressure tires. Can he get up there to the 19 in time? 5 to go. Potts gets tight. The 45 has 2 more in front of him. Three wide here off the exit. He knows he doesn't have much time left if he wants a chance to catch up to the 19 of Burns. Burns pulls out to almost a full second. The 16 into the wall. Off of the exit now for 3 to go. And here comes Burns. 2 laps now. White flag up in the air. Harrison not going to be able to catch him. Too much of a gap. And out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time. 4 in a row now. For the number 19 of Jeremy Burns, the winner at Bristol. Congratulations to Jeremy Burns on 4 in a row here tonight. I know it was tough to get it done. He had a hard-charging 45 of Harrison. Carter Lenz is going to get 3rd here tonight. Congrats to him as well. Harrison with another podium. Burning it down here on the front stretch. Jeremy Burns. Post-race interviews with your top 3. We're going to get a talk with your 4-time winner this season. And Tyler Harrison and Carter Lenz with their podium finishes. You're watching the Sanders Racing 150 live on V-Speed. Take a quick commercial break while we drive down there into Victory Lane and catch up with some of these drivers. We'll be back right after this.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Slack.
Slack.
A push from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here live at Bristol Motor Speedway. QSR Simulations and the Sanders Racing 150 have concluded their race here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it was a good one with over 11 lead changes. The caution count a little higher than where we were used to, but that's short track racing at its best. Bumping and banging for 150 laps, and we're working our way down pit road to talk to some of these drivers. The points battle that we talked about with Chris Nail leading the points coming into tonight. looks like Quentin Stewart might have made up that gap. And so he'll probably take over the points lead after this week. But ultimately, we come down pit road. We're going to bring up the number 3 of Carter Lenz. And I tell you what, Carter, you had an up and down night. I think everybody did at some point in this race. But ultimately, you're able to come home in 3rd spot after that final restart.
Oh, I honestly didn't know how tonight was going to go. Got a little bit of practice with some of the guys out here tonight and doing well in there. And, everything in practice doesn't always convey over to a race. And obviously, bouncing up and down between other cars, and you go a lap down, you go 2, then, hey, next thing you know, you're back on the lead lap. So it's always one of the tracks that you just got to stick it out always to the end.
I agree with that. And sticking it out, speaking of that, you had a 2nd place finish here, or 2nd place start here tonight. And at one point going 2 laps down. Talk about psychologically what that does to you when you're trying to deal with other drivers and run your own line, how that wears your patience thin.
Oh, it gets nerve-wracking once you see the laps just start ticking down over and over, and you're a lap or 2 down, and you just see people are still fighting hard, keep moving, and it kind of brings the morale down. But at the end of the day, it's Bristol. Everyone says it's short track racing. You just got to keep going. It's going to happen. You're going to get your laps back eventually, and that's exactly what happened. I was waiting for that for probably a good majority of the race, and got back up in the front.
Well, the caution count a little bit high, but thankfully for you, that puts you back on the lead lap. You're able to get a podium here tonight. The first time that we've had you up here in the V-Speed booth. Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out while we got you up here?
Oh, shout out the team. Shout out my family. Don't know if any of them are watching tonight. They're on a little vacation trip, so I know Quentin, he's been doing a great time running this league. He's doing a great job. Biggest one he's had so far. This has been awesome. Shout out Tyler. He's heck of a driver. He's also a teammate. Good job for him in 2nd place. Jeremy always puts on a show. Yeah, I mean, he's always going to be at the front regardless. So good job for him.
Well, we appreciate your time. Carter Lenz, 3rd place finisher here tonight, the first podium of the season. Congratulations, buddy, and we look forward to next week at Rockingham.
Yep, thank you.
There he is, 3rd place here tonight, and we're moving on to our 2nd place finisher, the guy that needs no introduction. We've talked to him before. It's the number 45 of Tyler Harrison. And Tyler, I tell you what, man, you were trying like hell to get around those guys in front of you battling. You had the 16 of Austin Ward, you had Quentin Stewart, you had Carter Lenz, all these guys just trying to sort their own thing out. And you took them 3 wide a couple times just trying to get up there because you knew you had limited time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bristol, right? Just getting into all sorts of craziness and chaos throughout this entire race. And as much as I didn't want to get collected in that last little bit that didn't bring out the caution when I was spinning, that at least gave me an opportunity to get on fresh tires. But yeah, the 45 Mr. Detail Chevy was super quick on that fresh set. And man, I just wish I had like 3 or 4 more laps to see if I could catch Burns on that set. But as much as I wanted to detach my wheel and throw it across the room, I'll definitely take a 2nd place. It's much better than 3rd, and get to that next step here hopefully in the next few weeks.
Well, and I want to say, I would throw it out there. I believe this is another podium, maybe 4 in a row. I might be wrong on that.
3
in a
if
row.
I recall, yeah.
So you're right there with Burns, and these points that start to narrow up as we get closer to the chase. Burns still outside the top 5. I think after tonight, going to inch his way in there. But you guys that have been winless this season, just consistent with the Mark Martin style championship run, getting podium after podium. The 19 has an off night. You're going to be right there to capitalize.
Yeah, I hope so. Especially, when the points do reset for the chase. I think if we can just keep this momentum, keep this consistency, and hopefully the 19 has a few slip ups there that allow us to capitalize, I think that's going to put us in a really good spot for the chase. So we'll just try to be as safe as we can for the next couple races. I believe next race is the cutoff race. So just got to go in there, be conservative, get as much points as we can, but still try to keep us ahead of everybody else that's fighting that cutoff line. So hopefully we'll be able to pull that off.
Well, we're going to Rockingham next week, and I know it's kind of similar, a little short track kind of style racing and kind of similar to Richmond. I know that you have done well here. We look forward to next week. Tyler, is there anybody you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, just shout out to my sponsors, Mr. Detail, Admin Studios, Recharge Rally, Cars and Wings. Shout out to everybody at QSR, all the admins. Everybody's awesome. Every single time I've worn this T-shirt so far, I think I've gotten a podium. So shout out to my amazing girlfriend for getting me this shirt. Brings good luck, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I think
Don't wash it.
yeah, no.
That's how you win. Don't wash it.
Don't wash it. Okay.
You're washing the magic off, man.
Yeah, I'll let whatever simmered today simmer into next week when I wear it. I got you.
There you go. Perfect. And yeah, don't use any of those scented beads. Don't mess it up. It's the mojo, man. You got to keep it on there.
Copy. I got you.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on the 3rd podium in a row. And we look forward to maybe having you back up here in the V-Speed booth after Rockingham.
Hopefully so. See what happens. I appreciate it.
There he is, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Tyler Harrison in the number 45. And now, finally, without further ado, and I'm sure he's got something unique for us. It looks like he does. It's Jeremy Burns, race winner in the full face helmet. Let's get it up on the screen so you all can enjoy what I'm enjoying right now. Jeremy, can you hear us in that thing?
A little bit. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Here, I'll open the face for you so y'all can see me.
There we go. Jeremy, at one point tonight, and I'm glad you opened the face mask, it looked like AI driving that car. You kept coming back repeatedly out of the top 5 4 different times here tonight. At one point, I think you got caught up in an accident that I thought might have been race ending, but you were able to avoid it just enough that car wasn't damaged. And how did you do it? The left front of that car looked like maybe a toe or something could have been bent, but it didn't seem to affect the handling.
I mean, when I got spun there, it was very early on. It was the only 4X that I ended up getting and the only X's that I got. I had like 30 seconds of optional, so I knew that I was going to be fine. I just needed to suck it up and deal with it. But honestly, just playing the strategy game, I feel like we took tires at the right time, where guys got caught up in the back when they tried taking tires late with everyone being so pressureful and trying to push as hard as they can. So luckily we caught a break there and we're towards the front there towards the end. Patrick was really good to race with, but unfortunately he just didn't have the tires to stay with me. And eventually, after he got sent to the back, he got caught up in some, so it's unfortunate for him. But honestly, we just optimized the day and just came back and won here at Bristol.
4 in a row, and we saw the points coming in. 2 weeks ago, there was no one in the top 10 that had any wins. You broke that seal, and then you come in here tonight and win 4 in a row. That's going to inch you even closer to this top 3. I believe going to break into the top 5 after tonight. How important is it to you going into the chase where you're going to be in the standings?
It's incredibly important. I don't know how they're going to re-rack yet, so we'll have to see. But if there's any bonus points for where you finish, it's extremely important. So just trying to maximize all the days that we can get. I missed a week at Auto Club, so that's why I'm not higher up in points. But unfortunately, we're in the situation that we are, and I have to run lights out like this to even make the playoffs. But days like these definitely make it easier, and we're getting towards that time where it's crunch time. So if we're always in this mindset of where we have to go in and perform very well and come out on top, then that's going to be great for us going into the chase.
Well, you can't see it on camera, but I am pouring a beer in celebration. Another great race here at Bristol, another great race at QSR. Jeremy, do you have anybody you'd like to shout out?
I got to shout out my mom and dad, Josie, Dylan, Coach P and Sonny, my uncles, my grandma, Miss Betsy. They're out there watching. I know Sonny's kids are probably watching too. Bentley, Riley, and Presley. Julie, Derek, Caroline, Shannon, Belinda, Jessica, Alex, Carter, and Colton. Any other supporters?
Debbie in there? Did you get a Debbie in there?
Yes, I did get a Debbie in there.
All right. Important. We had a lot in here tonight shouting out in the chat. And I just, I don't read the chat too often, but I wanted to see the cult of Burns out here in the YouTube tonight, and it didn't disappoint. It was there.
Yeah, they're incredibly supportive. Everybody in the family comes around. They like watching this because they know how much it means to me, and it's their entertainment for the night. So it's really I'm really happy to see them out here and active in the chat. I know it helps you out, and like I said, it's awesome to see the support that they give me week in and week out, and in between leagues too. I think there's 3 different series that I do where they're always in the chat and they're always engaging. So it's really great to see that. I mean, I got Element X here and Chapman Environmental. That's from my other league, so I'll shout them out too because I'm wearing their jersey. And gosh, shout out Mopar and all them at Dodge. They gave me a piece today, and we put it on pole. And we weren't always up at the front, but when it counted, we were. So I'm just glad that we got the W.
Well, congratulations on the 4 in a row. 31 laps led, but you led the most important one, that last one. And we look forward to Rockingham. I know that I already know that you're good there. I've seen you drive there before, so we look forward to seeing what you can do, and maybe 5 in a row just before that cutoff.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, outside of that, Jeremy, congratulations, and we'll see you next time. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
That's Jeremy Burns, your race winner here tonight, and the Burns Nation that keeps coming into the chat. Appreciate you coming in and watching live on V-Speed. Let's get that final finishing order up on your screen now. It was a great one for 150 laps. The finishing results, 11 cautions, 12 lead changes, Burns, Harrison, and Lenz, the top 3. Then you have Austin Ward in 4th, Quentin Stewart 5th, Brooks Potts in 6th position, Ethan Wisnowski gonna finish in 7th. Bill Carnahan in 8th, 9th spot. Patrick Hernandez, who led a lot of laps here tonight. Zach Rivali, who also had some laps led. That's going to round out your top 10. Then we go back to 11th. Zach White, who had a tough day today. Christian Reckriegel, also a tough night. Daryl Flanagan in 13th. Mark Anderson, 14th. Timing and scoring kind of broken here with Sanders, and I don't exactly know why, but they're tied. We had Andrew Allen in that mix somewhere. He's being scored as 14th, I guess. Joshua Thornton in 17th. Chris Dale, Zach Deutscher. These cars all off the racetrack, 20 laps plus. These guys took an early retirement. Chase Copeland, Brian Ward. Gonna round out that field with, I believe, Mark Anderson. So I'm not exactly sure what my timing and scoring did there for the final finishing order, but nonetheless, it was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race here for the Sanders Racing 150. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going Rockingham at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time next Wednesday. And if you subscribe to V-Speed, you get all the flag-to-flag coverage. We have BTDY. We're going to have the oil, the overtake iRacing League starting up next week. Saturday night racing this Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And everything in between. Lots of other leagues going on. So outside of that, for everybody that made this possible, Adam Baker, Eddie Smith, Alec Martinez, Connor Horn, I'm Bradley Cooper, telling you to have a great rest of your week. And so long, everybody.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
one-size-fits-all for almost anything in life. So don't settle for a one-size-fits-all setup. Eliminate the frustration in building with an AI-powered personalized toolkit to boost you forward to victory. Optimize your setup and improve your performance over those cookie-cutter builds used by the rest of the pack. Vantage is iRacing.com's first AI setup builder. Save your time and give back to your personal life. Vantage takes any setup for any track and adjusts it specifically to your needs. Choose from over 100 cars for any paved circuit, a custom-tailored experience that's easy to understand and tested to fit any driver's style. Subscriptions as low as $8.50 per month. And for a limited time, new members get a 7-day free trial with unlimited access to all Vantage has to offer. Let Orange Speed Vantage free you of the endless loop of testing and get you back on track to victory